Big Sight, New, Hank, Coco, Big Sir. Y'all know how this shit go. You know. All eyes on me. Motherfucker, G. Roll up in the club and shit. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. You know what? I bet you got it twisted, you don't know who to trust. So many player hating niggas trying to sound like us. Say they ready for the funk, but I don't think they know it.
Tupac Shakur is arguably the most influential rap artist of all time. He has sold over 700 million albums worldwide, which is more than any other hip-hop artist. From the city to the suburbs, his lyrics captured a huge audience of diverse people, which helped turn hip-hop into a mainstream genre of music, as well as transcend rap into an art form. His music was a true reflection of the harsh realities he endured while growing up in poverty. During his upbringing, he had no father and a mother who was a drug addict. Living in a house with no electricity, he was forced to grow up at an early age. His lyrics often displayed his struggles growing up with references to violence and drugs, which has led to a lot of controversy, causing many politicians to speak out against gangster rap. However, Tupac didn't celebrate violence or drugs, rather he used it as a tool to urge listeners to see the horrors the inner city is filled with, so there could be a movement to make a change in the community. Since Tupac was such a celebrity, everything he did was under a microscope. His music did not just make him famous, but his big ego and tough attitude made him a true original icon. Despite the controversy that surrounded him, which included a prison sentence and being shot, which no doubt caused him to fall hard like other celebrities, he bounced back by topping the Billboard charts time and time again with hit singles. As his controversy grew, the more popular he became. With conflicts with other rappers such as Biggie Smalls and P. Diddy, it gained him even more recognition in pop culture, where he was on the cover of the Rolling Stones. In 1996, when he died of bullet wounds, the black community lost a true leader. Similar to other famous musicians who are deceased, Tupac is seen as a legend in the rap industry, and his life has been celebrated over the last 12 years. As you can see, like John Lennon, Bob Marley, and Jimi Hendrix, Tupac's message lives on through his music, and has a great deal of influence on artists today.
If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name. All I wanna do is say you're my name.
I always wanted to do a movie on my own life, so here I go. You can watch me when I'm happy. When I cry, I have a great deal of remorse. When I get shot, when I go to jail, this is not the spot. When I die, it's a tragedy like Shakespeare, I guess. It's sad, but I got so many good memories. It's a coming-of-age story about temptation, weakness, fortune, and fame. That's the bomb right there.
It's been 7 years since his tragic death, but Tupac Shakur's influence can still be heard in the work of some of today's hottest rap stars.
Tupac's influence is on the entire hip-hop community. You had to see it, he's one of the best, period.
Tupac was definitely ahead of his time, so that's one of the reasons that his music can still live today.
The new movie Tupac Resurrection is more than just another ploy to make money off the memory of the late rap icon. The film was executive produced by Tupac's mother, Afeni Shakur, and it's told entirely in Tupac's own words.
I got shot. I always felt like I'd be shot, but I didn't think it was going to happen at that particular moment.
Tupac's remarkable story still resonates among his many fans, both in and out of the music business.
I definitely want to see the movie.
I'm interested in seeing it.
I can't wait till it come out.
Some of Tupac's friends have already seen parts of the film, and their reviews are in.
When it first came on, it caught me off guard to hear him say what he said and just to see how it all came about. It's tight, clever.
I'm happy that people will get an opportunity to see Tupac, and that it is told in his own words.
As a rapper, an actor, and an impassioned black activist, Tupac left behind a legacy that continues to inspire the hip-hop community to this day.
He became like what Martin Luther King or Malcolm X was to our generation. You know what I mean? That's when Pac talked, you listen. He had such an effect in the short time he was here on the generation and the culture of hip-hop.
Tupac found his voice as a rapper and was much admired for his brutally honest lyrics.
Tupac was a mean lyricist. You know, rhymes that can be heartfelt as soon as you hear them.
I think that honestly Tupac was the greatest songwriter to ever live. He made it seem so easy, but you still could connect with him and the emotion was there, and you saw a picture that he was trying to paint, and if there is a little bit of me, that's what I picked up from him.
When you hear Pac's voice, it's something about his voice that just grabs you.
Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing hoochie screaming, fiending for money and alcohol, the life of a West Side player with cowards out in a strong ball.
He always had a different style, and he always came from the heart. He would always feel the words he was saying.
Tupac was the first rapper to make art out of the most intimate details of his own life, thus opening a new creative door for the rappers of today.
He uses a large portion of his life in his music. I do exactly the same thing on my records.
I understand what I'm going through, and this is the best way for me to put it.
Tupac actually put it a bunch of different ways. He was a man of many, sometimes contradictory moods.
He was a ball of fire and a ball of energy that if you rub the wrong way could turn at you and bite you.
Bad boy murdered on wax and kill. Mess with me and get your caps peeled. You know.
One of the things that Tupac allowed other rappers to do to this day was contradict themselves. People go through different types of emotions and different types of things and points in their lives where they feel certain ways. You know, you can't just feel one way all the time. Something's wrong with you if you're happy all the time.
To me, like, Pac appeared like he was like out of control. The way he carried himself, the way he moved around, and that's what made him such an exciting entertainer.
So now I gotta throw away, floating in my black bin, trying to do a show a day. They wonder how I live with 5 shots. Brothers is hard to kill on my block.
It was somebody who really lived it, who was actually going through it, and who could really tell you about it. He was so likable because his style was fun, but at the same time, he was dealing with some real situations.
It was 10 Tupacs in one. He was so complicated.
But he was also a fine actor, and in the new movie Tupac Resurrection, he tells in his own words his approach to creating a film character.
When I get a part, first I just try to find out, you know, how does this character feel, and like I make the person up in my mind. What does he look like? Try to put a face to him. Even though it's my face, I give him a walk and give him an attitude. All you really have to do is relate to your character.
Tupac's first starring screen role was in the 1992 movie Juice. It was a fairly routine ghetto crime drama, but Bishop, the menacing, gun-crazed character Tupac created for it, still resonates in today's hip-hop world.
You gonna do is shoot me in the elevator?
I was blown away with Bishop.
Bishop, that guy is in my neighborhood. The mentality that was expressed through that film, it lives right there on 134th Street, where I'm from.
When I first seen Juice, I mean, my reaction was probably like everybody's reaction was like, yo, this dude is crazy. It's kind of like you looked at him like, all right, he's acting, but is he really acting? Is he like crazy for real?
I read for the same part Tupac read for in Juice. But he won out. He go up in there and read his line. I just hear flying all over the place. He left and I'm looking at him like, this cat got it over here. When it comes to this movie thing, he got it.
Until Denzel did Trading Day, I thought Pac's Bishop was one of the best bad guys I've ever seen. He just had it.
Check yourself, Q. You gotta snap some collars and let them motherfuckers know you there to take them out anytime you feel like it.
Naturally, there were some people who saw Tupac playing a scary, gun-wielding gangster who assumed he wasn't really acting, he was just playing himself.
I think psychologically, when you're trying to portray a character or trying to act something out, it's got to be something that's close to you. Otherwise, you're not going to really be able to play it good. And I think that may be why he was so good at that role.
Either one of us. He was great. I mean, because he was just so authentic and just so real.